a minute. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop. I thought we had a new intro. Roll it again. Hey guys, Patrick Johnston here. Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you like our new intro that we just did here. Look, every time I speak about living abroad, especially here in the Dominican Republic, I always compare my old life, my 1.0 life, to my 2.0 life. And in that environment, you have to consider housing, transportation, food and carrying costs, medical. Those are the big things that you account in, or in vices, because everybody wants to know how much beer and rum is. So what we're going to cover today are the basic everyday items for your home budget that you need to be aware of, and strategies around that on how you can extend your home budget or be very happy saving a lot of money, no matter how you look at it. Because you do not have to be a millionaire to live full-time in the Dominican Republic. Believe me, you don't. Now, if you're in the north, this is being recorded in late July on my daughter's birthday today, July 25th, 2022. So these are valid prices as of today, because you know what's happening right now is all over the place for pricing. So we're going to cover a whole bunch of things, but we're going to start by walking and getting to the business. Okay, so here we go. Now, I picked a bunch of random items that you would use every day pretty well, or every week in your home budget. And they're not in any specific order, but they're here for our comparison, okay? So, chicken. You know, chicken in this country is as fresh as it can be and is least overproduced compared to the US and Canada. So they're very great tasting. They're always fresh, and you can either get them locally, like extremely local, like walking around and then eat, or have a manufactured, you know, factory-produced chicken. So in Canada, price for a kilo of whole chicken. Now, before I start that, let me start that again and say this. I took pricing from Sobeys Canada, which is a national grocery store. Like in the US, you'd have Safeway on the West Coast, you have Publix in a lot of places on the East Coast. So Sobeys in Canada is one of our national grocers. So that whole chicken is $8.99 a kilo. And then a kilo for our American friends is 2.2 pounds, okay? Here in the Dominican Republic, 82 pesos a pound, which is about $1.50, $1.40 US. Let's add 25% to get the Canadian. So you're about $1.65, $1.75. Versus $8 per pound, $1.75, so it's about $3.50 US a pound, or sorry, a kilo, compared to $8.99 a kilo in Canada. You see, it's huge. And when I was back in Canada just a couple of weeks ago, I was hit by a price shock. Now, as we continue to go, I'll say this. From the months of, let's say, October through May, there's literally no fruit and vegetables grown in Canada, right? So we do not have here in the Dominican Republic increased massive transportation costs. We're talking shipping, or transportation to and from each town here for fruits and vegetables, if that. But we don't have this massive, you know, bringing avocados to Mexico to Toronto. We don't have that issue. So these things are very, very, you got to keep that in mind. Eggs. Eggs are $4 US for 20 eggs, but in Canada, for 18 eggs, $6.29. So we're talking about 25% savings on eggs, roughly. Bread. Bread is a grain, of course, the flour that forms bread. So currently that's a worldwide problem right now. So there's less of a savings. But a standard long loaf of bread like this, here in the DR, is about for $3 American for 850 grams, a large loaf, like it's a double-sized loaf, and a 450 gram loaf, which is half that size, is $5 Canadian. So it's about you're getting the large loaf of bread here for the price of the small loaf of bread or regular loaf of bread in Canada. Bananas. Now, we would always expect that we're in the tropics, so bananas got to be almost free here, and that is almost true. Bananas are 16 pesos per pound, or 64 American cents for a kilogram. In Canada right now, $2.49 a kilo. So it gives you an example there of it is truly more than half in terms of savings. Here's a shocker, beef. So I took beef fillet, because that's probably the most premium cut of beef that you can get in any grocery store. Here, beef fillet is running at $12 per kilogram. And that's $12 US. But in Canada, on Sobeys website yesterday, $90.99 a kilo for beef fillet. So you're talking 10%, 12% of the cost in Canada for beef fillet here. Now you're gonna, as we all know, you can have Wagyu beef, American grade beef, or Dominican beef fillet. It's all over the board. You're always gonna pay more for anything imported, just like you would in Canada, the United States. Beef in the Dominican Republic isn't well known to be like the best beef in the world, unless you're just buying normal ground beef, etc. It doesn't have the flavoring, it doesn't have the fat. But regardless, if you're stretching your budget and you want to make sure you can do this, this is a great example. Pork chops. Here, $7.53 US per kilogram for pork chops. In Canada, currently, $15.99 per kilo. So you're about 50%, 60%, or 40% savings here versus in Canada. Here's a great example that we're going to talk about too. Corn flakes, Kellogg's corn flakes. If you buy a 300-gram box of corn flakes, American Kellogg's stuff, that's $4 US, no wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. $4 US for 300 grams. And in Canada for 600 grams is $7. But here's the difference. We have Dominican cornflakes, and you can get 1 kilogram of Dominican cornflakes for $2. So it's always powerful when you come here is to, as fast as you can, try the local brands to save the most, maximize your most on your money. Now, you'll find, like me, you'll have certain things from your life in Canada or the United States that you can't go without. So I must admit, even in my cabinet, in my kitchen, I have a couple of boxes of emergency craft dinner, or as you say in the US, macaroni and cheese. And the other thing I do have is I have a couple of cans of Chef Boyardee ravioli, just for those lazy, crazy days that I somehow miss something from the north. And that I pay dearly for. Anyway, here we go. Let's go back to milk. Milk is about $1.20 US per liter here, and they come in Tetra Paks. So there's 2 points in that. The Tetra Pak can be stored in a non-refrigerated environment on your shelf, saving you more energy costs, so you don't have to take up a ton of space in your fridge for milk if you drink a lot of milk. The same milk here is in Canada is $2 per liter. So from about 120, so it's about 25% less cost here for milk than it is in Canada. Back to vegetables. Red peppers, green peppers, yellow peppers, all of those are available here. About $3.58 American per kilo. In Canada, $7 a kilo. So about a 35% savings in terms of that alone. Potatoes, 64 cents a pound here. The only thing here is the potatoes are all yellow potatoes here. You don't have the variety of potatoes like we would have it in Canada and the United States. Like red, yellow, white, etc. The same potato here is $1, in Canada, $1.49, and here 64 cents per pound, American dollars. Rice, just normal white rice by the pound here, 62 American cents. In Canada, on the Sobeys website, couldn't believe it, $5 Canadian per pound. And I used a 20-pound bag to compare. Couldn't believe it. But again, rice is not grown in Canada. Rice is shipped from everywhere to Canada. But rice is a staple in the Dominican diet, and it's grown domestically here in the country. So I use the domestic rice price. Let's see. We talked about in a previous video an average home. And in Canada, in the previous video, I talked about the average home's around $750,000. But you can, Canadian, which is around 500,000 or so American. Here, it depends, because it's just on average, $250,000 to $275,000 for a condominium, 2 or 3 bedroom. But there's a whole bunch of variables to that, but we're not talking the highest end in the best location and not talking the cheapest of accommodation either. So your savings is half of what housing costs are in Canada. Fuel, gasoline for your car, your moped, your motorcycle, your quad, maybe for your generator, depending on how you look at it. Price for per liter converted is $1.59 Canadian per liter in this country, or $1.27 American. But the fuel in Canada right now, as of yesterday, $2.03 on average across Canada, higher in Quebec, higher in Nova Scotia, higher in Newfoundland. So that's how it works. The other thing I'll give you an idea, and it's more personal than anything, insurances. So if you have a car insurance here, let me start with, if you have a motorcycle, about $15 American for a year of motorcycle insurance. Car insurance with just liability, but not comprehensive when it comes to if you crash your car, the repairs on your car. It's just protecting you from others. That is around $400 a year. My Jeep is 2004, it's not brand new, so I just have collision. Sorry, I have liability, I don't have collision, and I pay $400 a year for insurance. Super, super cheap. So compare that. I don't have a comparison to Canada, but because I haven't actively done that for many years. But I was always paying constantly between $1,000 and $1,200 or $1,400 for a couple of cars in Canada. So keep that in mind. You can use that as a comparison. Property taxes. So using the average in Canada of, let's call it $750,000, typically your tax assessment would run around $600,000 in value. And you know that taxes for property taxes are always unique by city, municipality, and province. But I'll give you my example of my former home in Canada, in Halifax. I was spending around $6,000 Canadian, about 4,500 American dollars, for a 4,000 square foot home. 1, 2, 3, 5 bedrooms, 6 baths. To give you an idea, the average home here, like I mentioned before on pricing, $250,000 to $275,000. How it works here is roughly the first $140,000 of tax assessment value is 0 taxes, which is crazy good. So if you have a street value of a real estate purchase, a condo for $275 American, the tax assessment value is going to be around 65% of that, which is around 170 grand. So how you find your property taxes is that the first 140,000 is free, then every dollar from 140,000 to the tax assessment value of 170, you pay 1% annual property tax, whatever that is. On 30 grand, 1%, 300 bucks, 300 bucks. Okay, utilities, electricity. Again, different by province, different by state in the US. But here, we're primarily paying about $14 0.95 pesos, about 27 US cents per kilowatt hour. Do the challenge and look, maybe comment below and let me know what you pay per kilowatt hour in the US or Canada. The heaviest load here for electricity is obviously for air conditioning. So if you can avoid or get used to or convert or limit your air conditioning to be certain hours of the day, you're going to save a ton of money. And also you want to make sure that your AC outlets throughout your property that you're going to buy are the inverter type, which are the most economical, and that they're modern. Then you'll save a lot of money. Just don't take for granted that the one that's on the wall is going to be the one that's going to be saving you the most money. It's a big mistake most people make here. Okay, last thing we're going to cover is transportation. Transportation, if you're in like US, you'd have Amtrak. Canada and Central and Ontario, we have Go Transit, or any Greyhound bus, that kind of thing. From here in Las Terrenas to the capital, which is 2.5 hours away to the bus station, from bus station to bus station, we pay 400 pesos one way, which is around $8. So that's $4 an hour, if you want to call it like that, a little less, $3 an hour. I would suggest you look at what you pay for transportation one way from, Georgetown, Ontario, use that as an example, Oakville, Ontario, to Toronto, Ontario, or from somewhere in New Jersey to Manhattan, if you're in New York, to understand that price of that. But here, the bus network is quite good. It's quite efficient. They're all over. You can take a bus from here to the other side of the country very effectively, and set schedules, etc. And I've done it many times because I go to Santo Domingo twice a month. It's nice because the buses you get on here, of course, they're air conditioned. Most of them have Wi-Fi. They stop halfway, so you can get a drink stop or a washroom stop, that type of thing. And if you just want to not deal with Santo Domingo traffic, you take the bus. And then when you're in the capital, Uber is super inexpensive. So you just use your Uber app from the bus stop to go anywhere. And I can go from one end of the city in the east end of Santo Domingo to the west end. It's about a 20-minute drive for about $5. You can't beat it. It's very economical. So as you can see, when you start to think about your pillars of your life, accommodation or housing, everyday costs such as fruits, vegetables, and meats, all the utility costs associated with that, taxes, property taxes, personal income taxes, corporate taxes, all areas of the four corners of your life, in my opinion, are around 50% to 70% less expensive than they are at home in North America. And I'm not even talking about the most obvious things. Clothing, lack of footwear, hats, scarves, snow pants, snow boots, 4 seasons of clothes in North America. We have 1 season. It's cool, and it's light, and it's casual. So as you adapt your life, and if you're analytical and you're making all your own Excel spreadsheet about can you or can you not, I'm telling you, you can. If you can't, it's just this. You need to watch more of our videos on our channel. You need to get more involved in texting us, more involved by asking a lot of questions, because there is no stupid questions. Only the stupid questions are the ones that you've never asked us, and we can help you with that. Okay? So you can always text me on WhatsApp down below here at 829-525-1782. Monday to Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. I answer calls live, I answer texts live, and you know the rule, Sunday fun day, I'm off. So like, subscribe, and share, leave a comment, and last thing I'll say, very, very last thing is, you know what, out of all the viewers, we got more than 100,000 views on all our videos. this last month. Only 35% of you are subscribers. So if I can ask you very kindly, it helps us get the message to more people that can use this information to make their 2.0 life better. Hit subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny. We're not going to overwhelm you with content, only good stuff. And we're here to help. So I'm Patrick Johnston, managing broker right here in Las Terrenas with Go Dominican Life. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Happy Monday.